Good morning. It is Tuesday, December 15th, and we're going to pick up in math right where we left off yesterday and doing pretty much the same thing we were doing yesterday. You'll remember we were using the plus sign and the equal sign to write equations, number equations, to represent word stories that we had. So today you'll need your pencil and your eraser. You'll need lesson 6-6, and we're going to be doing the very same thing. In fact, there's our friend Daniel. But today, instead of instruments, he's going to be in the park looking at some animals. So it says, Daniel sees 2 rabbits under a bush. He sees 5 other rabbits eating grass. How many rabbits are there in all? What equation can you write? All right, so you're going to take your pencil, and we're going to write some counters to show so that we can help our brain figure out what equation we need to write. So we saw 2 rabbits under a bush. So we're going to come over here and draw 2 counters and come down here and put 2. That was the first group he saw. He saw 2 rabbits. All right, now it says he sees 5 other rabbits eating grass. So we're going to put that group over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to write that number. So we've got 2 rabbits here and 5 others over here. We want to know how many we have in all, so we're going to put equals. 2 plus 5 equals. How are we going to figure out what 2 plus 5 is? Right, we're going to go back and count all our counters. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to write the number 7 there, and we know that 2 plus 5 equals 7. And we know that because we drew counters to represent the rabbits. All right, now we're going to flip our page over. And Daniel continues to think about how to show those equations. Over here he saw 3 groups of rabbit and 3 more rabbits. So he did 3 plus 3, he counted them all, and he came up with 6. And another one, he saw a rabbit and a squirrel, so he saw 2 animals, so he drew, 2 rabbits and 2 squirrels, so he drew 2 plus 2 equals 4. All right, so now we're coming down to the next group. Next, as he was walking along the park, he saw some red foxes. So the first group of foxes, there were 2, so let's count. 1, 2, write the number 2. We're going to add them together, and let's see how many we have over here in the second group. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to put our equal sign. We want to know how many do we have in total. Let's go back and count left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we now can read that problem as 2 plus 3 equals 5. All right, now, I think he saw some skunks, and we studied them, so we know about those. And then 2 beavers. All right, so let's count the group of skunks first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to write 4. Then we're going to write plus, and we're going to include the beavers. So let's see how many we have of those. 1, 2. We're going to put 2. And we're going to put equals. Now we want to know how many we have in all. So we're going to draw a circle around them this time to put them in one big group. And we're going to go back and count from left to right. Count all the animals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that 4 plus 2 equals 6. All right, now we're moving to our next page, and we're going to be on problem 3. So in 3, there are some raccoons, and it looks like maybe an otter. So let's count and see how many raccoons we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. We're going to add 1 otter, and we're going to put equals. Now, we can draw a circle around them to put them all in one group, because we have to count all of them, even though they're different animals. And let's see what total we come up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should be able to work this problem looking at a number line, because we know if you have 6 and you want 1 more, what do you do if you want 1 more? You go right next door. What comes after 6 when we're counting? 7. So we know 6 plus 1 equals 7. All right, now I see a couple of squirrels and turtles. So let's count our group of squirrels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to write 6. What are we going to put in that little circle? Plus, how many turtles? 1, 2. We want to know how many animals we have in all. So we're going to count left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't forget your equals. We're going to write 8. And we know 6 plus 2 equals 8. All right, now we're going to come down to this bottom row. I'm not sure what kind of creature this is. I don't know if it's a possum. Not quite sure what that is. All right, in the first group, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to write 4 there. Plus, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Then we know we need to put our equal sign. We're going to group them together. And we're going to count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know 4 plus 3 equals 7. Now we have some red birds. All right. So let's see how many are in the first group. 1, 2. So we're going to put 2 right there. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 plus 7 equals. So let's go back and count all of the red birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know 2 plus 7 equals 9. All right. Oops, you know what? I did not group them. Make sure you draw a line so you can group them. All right, we're going to flip over. This time, it looks like maybe they're robins that we're looking at. All right, so we're going to count the first group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write 5. What comes next in our equation? Plus. How many are over here? 1, 2. So we're going to write 2. What do we need now? Equals. We're going to group them together and count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. All right, now we've got 2 groups of rabbits. So let's count the first group first. 1, 2, 3. We're going to write the number 3. And then we're going to put plus. And I don't know if your paper is like mine. My paper did not print correctly because it didn't print with 3 lines. Just go ahead and write it. It's just a little bit of an error that we found on this particular page. So go ahead and write your number like you normally would. All right, let's count the second group. 1, 2, 3, 4. Write 4 there. We're going to write equals. We're going to draw that circle to group them together and count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know 3 plus 4 equals 7. All right, now we have some bluebirds and a red bird. So let's count the bluebirds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Drawing 9. Plus, how many are we going to add in? 1 red bird. 1 equals, I'm going to put that group together because I'm going to count all those birds as one group. So, you should know this. This is a combination of 10. 9 plus 1 equals 10. You should know there's 2 ways to know this. You can know it as a combination of 10, or this could be if you want one more, you go right next door. What comes after 9 when you're counting? 10. Remember, when we're only adding 1, we just jump next door. So 9 plus 1 equals 10. All right. On this last group, this last equation, they want us to think a little bit harder. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to come out all the way to the end and write 9. In fact, we're going to write equals 9. So see if you can make that say equals 9 over here. So now we know we need something that equals 9. They're allowing you to create this equation on your own, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the first number. So out of the blue, I'm just going to pick a number that's less than 9. So I'm going to pick 6, just because I like 6. So we're going to draw 6 counters over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to write the number 6 right there and plus. All right, now I'm missing something. I've got my first part and I've got my whole. So what am I missing? Part, right? I'm missing my second part to make the whole. I have my first part, but I don't have my second part. How am I going to figure out what my second part is? Well, think about it. We have 6. They want us to have 9. So we're going to start with 6 and start drawing counters until we get to 9. So we don't start counting with 6, we start counting on the 7th. All right, so we start right here and we're going to say, do it with me. 7, 8, 9. Okay, now I need to figure out how many I need to drew to get to 9. So I'm going to go back and count this little group right here, and I have 1, 2, 3. So it says now 6 plus 3 equals 9. How do we know if we're right? We're going to group all these counters. You see me drawing a circle around them? We're going to count them left to right and see if we're right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we know 6 plus 3 equals 9. Take a group of 10 objects and practice writing equations. Put them in 2 groups and write the equation and see if you can practice writing equations up to 10. All right, I will see you tomorrow for math.